I am so excited to be stopping work soon. I have been pretty much burnt out for the entire year. I'm particularly burnt out from my career as a nurse. Um, and then trying to do that at 100% plus, yeah, everything else that I'm committed to. It's just taken a toll, and I'm honestly so excited to be stopping work soon. I am actually going to be stopping only because I'm taking maternity leave. Either way, it's one less commitment that I'm kind of keeping up with. I look at like all the things that I've managed to, take off my to-do list over the past I mean, forget 10 years, like the past 12 months, and there's always something else. So, oh my god, I feel like I'm like out of breath just talk. Oops, I forgot I have a mic here. I'm out of breath talking, but that's because I literally have a bump now, finally. Um, so yeah, I'm working as a psychiatric nurse here in Vancouver, and to be honest, like nursing school, nursing, I guess eventually work has kind of shaped so much of the past decade of my life. And I just turned 31 a couple months ago, and I'm having another baby. And the last time I had a baby was 10 years ago. So it's kind of like, I don't know, symbolic, I guess. And my first child is 9 going on 10, and it's almost like perfect timing for this time off. Like, I didn't even get maternity leave with my first kid. I was 21 and didn't get maternity leave because of X, Y, and Z. So this is going to be a new experience that I'm like really looking forward to. Not just because of the time off, but because, I'm having a baby. I have this brand now, KOOMI, that I am so looking forward to expanding on it and continuing, creating this magazine that really was the thought that started this whole thing, like that just craving what a magazine can give somebody. And yeah, I'm just wanting to not necessarily, I want to rest. I've also been prioritizing my rest recently, um, although I still sleep not that great. I'm a night owl, so I like to sleep late, even while pregnant, honestly. So, anyways, yeah, nursing, it, it's meaningful work, which I love, and, it's providing me stability and like a professional identity, which I'm proud of. I had been working towards for so long, and you know, it's also really demanding, which is obvious. And I have just been juggling so many things for so long. So this like paid leave is amazing to think of. So I'm just really grateful that this time around I do get to have this structured, I mean, not necessarily structured, but like, this like proper time off, because yeah, it's gonna be wonderful, honestly. I'm not making any promises, or having any proper expectations of myself in terms of specific, like pushing myself or like utilizing this time, because I mean, it's kind of the norm for me to always try and be as efficient as possible. I'm the kind of person that's like literally bouncing around. Like as soon as something's over, there's something else to do, or there's just days of like chilling and taking it easy, and I don't know what to do with myself. So I mean, yeah, there's definitely balance, but I really don't know how this is an expectation of like people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I've always kind of wanted something different from my life, or not necessarily different, but like I just want more freedom. And I love my job, obviously, but a lot of the time it's just kind of like, is this even worth it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think it just sometimes gets in the way of a lot of things that I would prefer to do. So, yeah, that's been coming up more recently. I mean, I started KOOMI last year, and it's been pretty much a year since inception. And I just really want to focus on that, to be honest. I want to build it so that it turns into, this ecosystem that I have like dreamt of. And it all really started with the thought of creating a magazine, and the feeling and the knowledge that magazines have given me. I was born in London, UK, and obviously the tabloids and stuff like that is like such a norm there. I remember reading like Ms. Magazine, and like when you go to the grocery stores, you just obviously, I mean, I at least noticed the freaking magazines there, and like you would just see all this like bombshell stories. And then not only that, but like we'd have a stack of magazines in the toilets and the bathrooms of our house, and like, the magazine like net, like book stand basically in the bathroom. I don't know how long my family was expecting you to sit in the bathroom. Although my husband does spend like literally an hour after work in the bathroom on the toilet. And I remember being in the bathroom, reading the magazines, learning about God knows what, like, random sex stories. Random sex stories, or like, women's health, some crazy story. Oops, hitting the mic. Some crazy story about, honestly, it was literally like Jerry Springer stuff, where it was like, I don't know. There was also like the one thing that just comes to my mind is one story I remember. It had like a picture of like, anyways, I don't know if I should even get into it, but just like really wild stories. And I learned about so many different, I guess not even personalities, but lifestyles. And it just kind of like opened up my mind. Like, I don't know if that was too early to open up my mind, but anyways, it was exciting. You would read all these different things, and I don't know, I just loved it. Even the quizzes, the fashion, the products, like you would just like dream and picture yourself in like these boots or anything, honestly. And then like obviously the celebrity gossip, which was like I loved. But yeah, just the magazine. Like now it's kind of like we're just like fixated on going online onto different, I don't know what people do in their free time online, but I wanted to create a space, hub, an ecosystem that is related to all these things that interest me, and I want to learn more, share knowledge. I love that, magazines have the capability of providing so much information with different focuses, and like it's not just like one thing that's just focused on the entire time. There's just like multiple stuff, like even just like the personality quizzes and all sorts of stuff. And just the imagery was amazing, whether it's like advert for the Bahamas or somewhere else. You just get to see, hey, there's like way more things going on than like whatever I have going on, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's cool. It expands the mind, I guess you could say, in the most simple terms. Stopping working is an exciting, kind of daunting time. I feel like I've been, leading up to not this point. I've always kind of known I felt like I wanted another kid, but then it was kind of like, no, we have to really, like, I have to really, I don't know, plan around that situation, because, the last kid I had was 10 years ago, like my son. and things were a lot different. So I'm like, yeah, the struggle's real. I am going to be prepared if I can, you know? So, yeah, I'm excited and relieved. I'm definitely going to be working on this magazine and anything KOOMI related, really. But it's not going to be like, okay, now I've quit this job. Or not quit this job, but stop working here. I'm going to go full mode here. I just want my focus to be less fractured and all over the place, because, yeah, it's like you push here and then you push here and stuff like that. So I'm just like, yeah,